Hello guys, welcome to another episode with your boy Phrankleen. Right, today I'm on a very serious topic. So if you're on Twitter, right, you'd see there's this hashtag men are trash that's been trending, it's been going on, and it's deeply rooted in a lot of hatred for the entirety of men. And I've been following that hashtag for quite some time now, and I just thought, I've got a few things to get off my chest. First of all, let's talk about feminism. The advocacy of women's rights on the ground of the equality of the sexes, okay? It also goes further into women's movement, the feminist movement, and, women's liberation and all that, which I 100% agree with, okay? I don't think a woman should be deprived from, say, for example, promotion at work just because she's a woman, just because she's got a vagina and a pair of breasts. I think that's despicable, that's disgusting. Now, the thing about the men are trash, movement, I see a lot of females, jumping on this, and there's a huge amount of misconception where some women say anyone that's defending the men are trash hashtag, going against it, is basically encouraging all sorts of evils that are done towards women, which I think is absolutely disgraceful and a truckload of lies. Okay, now, if any woman, and this is not just women, but let's say if any woman is being subjected to domestic violence or any sort of ill treatment, right? I'm not a party to that. We're not perfect and stuff. All situations have their own narratives and circumstances behind them and stuff. But because you had an ugly experience, I know there are women, young girls who are yet to become adult women who have been subjected to physical abuse, domestic abuse, rape, and sexual violation and all that stuff, okay? 100% I'm behind them to get justice and to get those men, the perpetrators of those evil acts should face, justice, should face the strong hand of law. What triggers me is, this so-called men are trash movement creates, how do I say now? It creates judgment and hate for all men. I think it's disgraceful and it's despicable because there are women, all because you've been through some ugly experiences, which, as I said earlier, you think it's justifiable to take the entirety of men and put them under a hashtag and say men are trash. So I was having a conversation with a lady the other time, and I say, can you do me a favor? Can you take your father, your biological father, you take your paternal and maternal granddads, your uncles, your nephews, your nieces, pretty much your brothers, all the men in your family, can you line them up? Look at your father in the face and say, Dad, you are trash. Granddad, you are trash. I dare you, I double dare you to do that. And I know for a fact that these women can't. You can't do this. And what I worry about is we're living in a society where, women are talking about, the women who really understand, what feminism is about are men. You're talking about equality and women to be treated fairly like the male counterparts and all that. But at the same time, you're discriminating against the entirety of men because of some number of men or because of whatever experiences you've had. Why should I be called trash because a woman got raped? I'm not a rapist. I'm not involved with whatever happened. So because a woman in California gets beaten to death this morning, I'm talking hypothetically. So I should be held, responsible for the actions of a random man that I have no connection with. So because a woman's car gets hijacked down the road, somebody steals her mobile phone and punches her in the face, I'm sat in my house here. So I'm trash for those reasons. And because I'm telling you not to paint all men with the same brush. The same thing, the same way the society discriminates against men. When you talk about domestic violence, right? You talk about women and all the ugly experiences they've been through. I can assure you, men are equally subjected to domestic violence. But the society is basically being programmed to look at a man like somebody like me. If I say a woman slapped me, or I'm talking hypothetically, my partner beat me up or smashed something on my head. If you look at posts online, for example, People are some women are so quick to drum up stories or narratives to try to justify, you don't know what that man did to that woman for her to have smashed him in the face and stuff. But if it's the same thing and then you swap positions, right? If it was a man that slapped a woman, oh, men are trash, oh, men are this, he needs to be locked up, he needs to be this. Do you know how many times rape jokes are thrown at men? Oh, don't drop the soap. Oh, this is this. Oh, you're going to get bumped. Oh, this. We laugh about it. Even with the police, there's a culture where a guy goes to the police station and you report domestic violence. They don't take you seriously. The statistics are there. They look at you, they laugh about it. They look at you like, because what? Because I'm a man, I can never be subjected to emotional abuse. Because I'm a man, I can never be subjected to physical violence. Oh, but because you're a woman, oh, you definitely. There are women out there who are murderers. There are manipulative women. There are women who are very dangerous. There are violent women out there. And equally, there are violent men. You understand me? So I'm just concerned about what this is doing to the society as a whole, particularly to the younger minds. Because when I look on social media, it's very toxic. When you say men are trash, it basically, what you're doing is, there are just this culture now of man hating, man bashing. There's a lot of toxicity. There's a lot of hatred towards the entirety of men. You cannot say men are trash. It's judgmental of the entirety of men. It's sickening to my belly. It's totally wrong. It's unacceptable. The society is meant to come together. We're meant to amalgamate our forces and reject this type of movement because it's dangerous. I actually feel sorry for the younger ones, particularly the girls, because I can assure you, I said to you earlier, let me say it once again, right? The advocacy of women's rights on the ground of equality of the sexes. That's what feminism is about. But there's also misandry. Misandry, dislike of, contempt for, or ingrained prejudice against men. This is what I see. There's an ingrained prejudice against men. This so-called feminism. No, that's not feminism. Feminism is not about hatred. It's not about man bashing. It's not about taking the collectivity of men, the entirety of men, and saying men are trash. If a man has done you dirty, that man is trash. If a man beat you up, that particular man in question is trash. How can a man slap you on the road? So does that make your father trash? What's it got to do with your dad? If your dad was a deadbeat dad, he was never in your life, he dumped you, he had several baby mamas, he didn't look back, he didn't support your mom, he didn't raise you and your siblings, and you want to call your father trash for those things? Absolutely. But that doesn't make my dad trash, because my dad was in my life. But you cannot turn around, be advocating for equality for women, and at the same time discriminating heavily against men. It's your boy Phrankleen. I'll see you in the next one. Be sure to hit on the subscribe button, the like button, look around, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you for watching. It's your boy Phrankleen. Peace!